Hello everyone. Today is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do, but it's a topic I wanted to share some thoughts on. Maybe I'll be able to help someone not feel so alone in their feelings or they can relate to this somehow. So, my topic is grieving while pregnant. The more I talk to people, the more I'm seeing the pattern of losing someone new coming into the world um, thing, and it's happened in my family once already. This time it's happening to me. Let me give you a little background. I am married. I already have an 8-year-old son. We made a pretty big effort to get pregnant without doing in vitro or anything. I had troubles with getting my period back after being on the shot, and it didn't happen. And we broke up, and it was just a really bad time. Well, then my dad got sick. At 65 years old, he was re-diagnosed with renal cancer, except for this time, the renal cancer was in his brain. This is not common, but it's a thing, but it's not common. Um, and it was way too far gone to remove it, and that's kind of your only real chance with renal cancer is just removal. I fell apart and then I pulled it together. My husband and I got back together. We got pregnant right away. Like literally the first opportunity I could have gotten pregnant, I got pregnant. And being so involved in my dad's illness, I wasn't working because I needed to watch my son. Normally my mom watched him while she was watching dad. I would go there. I would go over there and sit with him, and he was just in and out of the hospital, so I'd go and sit at the hospital for hours, like give mom a break, and sometimes we'd just be there together. Um, so I found out I was pregnant, and it was a combination of feeling kind of numb and going through the motions with my dad, and having such a hard time getting pregnant before. It was like, is this really happening? So I just told him. I was like, I don't care. I'm telling him because he deserves to know. And I told him. He kind of went, oh, but he was already confused a little bit, and his memory wasn't that good, and um, he had other things on his mind. Along with the pregnancy news came a lot of anxiety. Am I going to lose the baby? Is this real? I mean, at one point I even went out and got another pregnancy test just to make sure I was still pregnant, because I was so, when something happens like this, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I'm still kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But I had so much anxiety until I could go in and see the baby, and that really was like, okay, he's real, he's there. And my dad passed away on December 30th, 2016. I was there with him, and I'm, there was three wishes. There was, I don't want him to be in pain. Well, we wanted him to be home, but that wasn't possible. I didn't want him to be in pain, and I didn't want him to be alone. And he wasn't in pain, and he wasn't alone. It's been coming up on 3 months. I'm coming up on 5 months. And I know I'm having a little boy. And yeah, I'm thinking of all the things that my dad's gonna miss out on, which is a familiar feeling for me. I feel that way about my sister. She died 11 years ago, and I feel like she misses out on so much with my son. My son's so sweet. Um, and that my younger son is not gonna know who my dad was, and that comfort and stability that he brought, the things that my son now enjoyed, following grandpa out to the garage, carrying in logs with grandpa, going to car shows like all the time with grandpa, you know, um, watching grandpa fix everything um, and just treat him like a little dude, and just be this polite, kind, respectable man. I try to do things to honor my dad, do those random, really nice, kind things that he would do for people that were out of the blue and simple. But it's bittersweet having this baby now. I would have rather at least had them meet, if only it was for a very brief time. But that's not reality. That's not that's not possible. It's dampened the excitement of being pregnant. I'm super excited and I'm so happy, but another part of me is just numb, kind of adjusting to a new normal and then anticipating another adjustment to a new normal is a bit overwhelming, but it's been hard and it's not like the first time I was pregnant. I'm sadder and it has nothing to do with the baby. It's just I lost my dad who has always been in my life and he's always been that stable thing. Um, and he's always provided for me one way or another, um, just always being there. Um, so it's hard because I feel guilty. I feel guilty about not being like super super overjoyed, and I want to be, and I am, but there's something else pulling me down. That I also don't want to deny myself that. I don't want to deny myself my grieving process, um, while still trying to enjoy the pregnancy joy. It's a very strange balance. I hope that the balance shifts closer to my due date. Um, but right now, it's a very delicate balance. Allowing myself both of those emotions is not easy. And yeah, I feel a lot of guilt, both ways. But I know my dad would want to be happy. I know my dad would be so happy. And he was when he could understand what I was telling him. Um, and that I know that he was proud of me and that he loved me. So, you know, but I'm not going to deny myself the grieving process because that's not healthy for this baby. As holidays come and go without him, it'll be the first one with the baby. So it's always going to be a little bittersweet. But anyway, that's where I'm at. Those are my thoughts and feelings right now about grieving while I'm pregnant. It's a strange place to be, and I don't wish it on anyone. But I'll get through it. Just, what else can you do? Just keep going. Thanks for watching.